Welcome to Fact Check, where we use a series of connected facts to go from one fact to another. Today, we'll be going from the original USS Enterprise to Lunar Crater peaks. During the Revolutionary War, Benedict Arnold commanded the USS Enterprise in the Great Lakes. Benedict Arnold urged the Second Continental Congress to invade Quebec. Quebec City is the capital of Quebec with over 500,000 inhabitants. The largest city in Canada is Toronto. In Canada, the 5 largest banks are known as the Big Five. The Royal Bank of Canada has been criticized for its funding of oil sand exploitation. A new method of extracting oil sands involves igniting them so that way the change in air pressure forces them out of the ground. One type of pressure is stagnation pressure, which is the force that a fluid exerts when it stops moving. Pitot probes can be used to measure the force within a moving fluid. Henri Pitot, the inventor of the Pitot probe, first gained fame for creating an aqueduct. Aqueducts were found to be extensively used in ancient Sri Lanka. The national butterfly of Sri Lanka is the Sri Lankan birdwing. The primary habitat of the Sri Lankan birdwing is wooded mountain forests. In other parts of the world, the Alpine larch makes up part of these mountainous wooded forests. One of the areas that contains the Alpine larch is Montana. One of the counties in Montana is Ravalli County in the west of the state. Ravalli County is named for Antonio Ravalli. Antonio Ravalli arrived at Fort Vancouver on the 5th of August, 1844.
At the same time in 1844, John Nobili was a missionary.
John was a part of the St. Clara mission in California. This mission is still standing. The city of Santa Clara, California, which is named after the mission, was incorporated in 1852. Santa Clara is drained by 3 seasonal creeks, all of which empty into the southern portion of San Francisco Bay. These creeks are San Thomas Aquino Creek, Saratoga Creek, and Calabazas Creek. In the Spanish language, Calabazas means squash, pumpkin, or gourds. Over 7 continents, only Antarctica is unable to produce pumpkins. There are about 100 species of mosses, 25 species of liverworts, and 3 species of flowering plants in Antarctica. The reproductive cells of liverworts can move on their own through the use of flagellum. The flagellum is encased within a cell's plasma membrane, so that the interior of the flagellum is accessible to the cell's cytoplasm. The term cytoplasm was introduced by Rudolf von Kölliker in 1863, originally as a synonym for protoplasm. Cytoplasm later came to mean the cell substance and organelles outside of the nucleus. As early as 1845, Kölliker supplied clear proof that nerve fibers are continuous with nerve cells. In 1837, John Zachary Young suggested that Squid's giant Axiom nerve cell could be used to study the properties of neurons. The Squid's giant Axiom cell is a very large nerve that controls part of the water jet propulsion system in a squid. Giant squid maintain neutral buoyancy in seawater through an ammonium chloride solution, which is found throughout their bodies. Most military submarines operate with a slightly negative buoyancy and maintain depth by using lift off the stabilizers with forward motion. Drebel was an early submersible craft propelled by oars. Cornelius Drebel created this craft and has a lunar crater named after him. Some extremely large lunar craters have a central peak. Crater peaks are typically caused when the heat from a meteor impact melts rock.
Rock can be used as a complement, such as the viewers of this video, rock.